been 2 years in the start of this journey. I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Today I'm going to talk about how I'm planning for my Tinder date. I have made up the choice of tendering or resigning for quite a while, and I didn't want to put it out there in my quarter life crisis video. Sorry, I just received a text message because I was still in a dilemma whether I should do something about it or not. But now that I've decided to move on without a job, so disclaimer for those of you who think that I'm resigning because I found another offer, I haven't. This video is specifically to talk about like how I'm planning to move on without a job. I'm doing this video in hopes that if you're one of me, you're also going through a quarter life and then somebody threw you under the bus, and then you roll and you roll and you roll and you roll and you roll for 2 years and you're still alive and kicking, but then they decided to just kick you one more time and that you're like, boom, that's it. Okay, this is the time you should move on with your life because you need to know your worth. I've consolidated the whole thought process and what you need to plan for your Tinder date. I'm gonna do this in a why, how, what way. So I think the clarity of why you want to leave this job is very important, because you don't want to quit halfway through and you didn't prepare enough and you'll be like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have resigned, or maybe the place isn't that bad after all, blah blah blah. There will be a lot of people talking about you in front of you or behind you or whatever, or trying to persuade you. And if let's say you quit in the spur of moment, and suddenly after a few months down the road you haven't found a job, and you'll be like, oh my god, maybe I shouldn't have quit, maybe everywhere is the same, I could have just tied through the whole gruesome process thing. And then that's also when the how comes in. How are you gonna tie through that period of job searching? Because I'm resigning without a job, which is not advisable, but for fearless people like me who got big balls. How is when the practical sense come in, your financial security, that's very important, and what needs to be prepared. Have you decided on your Tinder date? Have you decided on what you want to write in your letter of hope? That's what we call it. I'm just gonna talk about my why, because anyway this is my own journey about because anyway this is about my own journey of my road to, I almost said Tinder date, Tinder date. I basically write it down. Okay, basically, why do I want to quit? I don't know if I want to talk about this. It's so scary. For example, why do I want to quit? My efforts are not being recognized, 1. 2, my progress is being limited by my boss. 3, the job scope is not what I want to do in the future. So if I were to ask myself, or if I were to ask you, would you want to do this in at least 3 to 5 years time? Doing this whole same thing again and again, for me is a no. And then 4 is about the environment, which I'm not going to elaborate. Why do I want to stay? Because firstly, it's during the times of COVID, the economy is not doing well, duh. And secondly, it might happen the same thing in another company that I joined. Everywhere there are still things that exist to a certain extent. I can't really escape the whole situation again and again, it's bound to happen. Thirdly, I might not do well in the next industry, so I'm actually planning to do something different from what I'm currently doing. So that's why I wrote the number 3. And of course, it's the other uncertainties. So let me just show you. Yeah. So if this is my concern, right, the current economy is not doing well, so I need to be prepared for unemployment. So that's when the how of the financial security comes in. Second of my concern, everywhere is the same about politics. My solution for propose for the next company that whoever, like, to the next place that I'm gonna go, is to really be courageous enough to stand up for myself. I think in this organization, I didn't do so just because even if I were to fight for the appeal and I get it, I'll feel obligated to stay, and I really don't want to make my problem other people's problem. And then the third one might not do well in the next industry. For that, I'm a master of positivity during uncertainties, so to be honest, I'm not so afraid of that. And who knows if you never try, right? The concerns and the bad points, like why I want to leave, why I want to stay, I actually also state like the material or the practical thing that is affecting me. So what I have done, I have a spreadsheet or whatever you have, your finance tracker, personal finance tracker of my January to June. How much money do I spend on average for the past 6 months, and if I have enough for my emergency fund, which is aka when I'm out of employment. I've spent around like 13,000 or more, specifically 12.96 thousand in the past 6 months. That averages to be around 2.16k per month. That also includes big ticket items like my violin and my new phone. If I were to take that out, and that will average to be around 1.75k per month. So if I were to use these two figures as comparison, my monthly average expenditure, I would last around 8 to 10 months, which also means that in 8 to 10 months, I have to find a job. Okay, this shit is real. Unemployment is real. Youth unemployment is a problem, and I'm joining one of them. So that will be how I'm gonna tide through those 8 to 10 months, I guess. And then when is my tender date? To be honest, I wanted to just like rage quit, like you know, like. So I think it's very important for you to know when you want to tender, because it kind of build up to that final date and you view differently also. Mental preparation is key. For me, I wanted, like I said, I wanted to just pump, right? I didn't, okay? I kept my head cool, I thought about it. I wanted to take leave because I haven't spent any of my annual leave for this financial year. So I learned the news on 1st of July and I took 2 weeks off from the 2nd week to the 3rd week of August, because I thought like I'm gonna tender in August. And the reason why I don't want to just tender in July is because, firstly, for very practical reasons, I still want to get my bonus. And the reason why I didn't choose to tender on the 1st of August is because I still have a sense of responsibility lah. Like, oh, you know, the hardworking me with strong work ethics. I just wanted to complete this final project before I leave. I've decided to tender only after I've enjoyed my 2 weeks leave, because why not, right? Anyway, might as well take a break during then, and I'm getting paid during my leave. So now the tender date is done. We move on to letter of hope. So the idea about this, yeah, big boss. It has been 2 years since the start of this journey. I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I regret to inform you that this will be the end of my journey with the organization name. I would like to thank you for giving me a chance to join the organization name. I still remember after the first VOA in the previous organization, you said to me, now you have earned 60k, join me to earn 6 million from me. I didn't know that I have taken away with your words of encouragement. That was great. However is hard. Should I even say however? No, maybe you shouldn't have any form of negative connotation, so I'm gonna delete that. I guess it's time for me to move on to another organization where I can add more value and be recognized, further recognized, and to be more recognized. Or should I just say that I'm not recognized here? Kidding. Where I can further utilize my strength. Happy or sad work experiences, they are all good memories that I will take away from here. Thank you for being a figure that I will always look up to. You don't want to burn any bridges. Best regards, cause you're leaving, so you want to just everything best regards. Me. Oops, my granny panties. It feels very surreal typing all of this. The next thing you want to do will just to be schedule this email to your tender date. And you're done. That's how you plan it. Or that's how I plan it. And I really think the first step is very important, so your clarity of why. You need to know why you're leaving, and there will be a lot of people talking to you to persuade you not to leave, which is normal, I guess. I think you really need to have big balls to leave without a job. But you gotta do what you gotta do. You need to know your worth. To me, honesty is my top value for a very long time. To me, honesty and integrity is very important, and the fact that she has been doing this to me again and again just firstly shows me that no matter how long I'm gonna stay here, my progress will be very limited, and I wouldn't be able to be recognized for my efforts or hard work that I've put in. Yeah. I still don't know if I want to talk about it. Maybe I'll talk about it in a mukbang, workplace drama or all that. It's very juicy. You'll need a very hot tea, or more like iced tea so you don't burn yourself when you drink them. That's all for this video. I also want to show off my very beautiful keyboard. This is my birthday present that my boyfriend got for me, and you can actually customize. Let me just put this here and you can see. Oh, so is it blinking? It's actually not blinking. You can actually customize the colors on the key, or how you want them to be lit up. Maybe I will tell you all about the juicy bits when I have 50 subscribers. Please like and subscribe. I want to do more thought posts or more personal posts. I also have some material shopping. I know according to the views, a lot of you actually like the Chanel bag review, but I only have one Chanel bag. And 2-year progress filing is also something that I think has the most view on this channel, and I personally really enjoyed watching those videos, so it's great to know that my taste is kind of the same. Yeah, let me know what you want to watch next, or what kind of videos do you like me to cover, and I will see you in 5 days time. 5 days. I'll use the keyboard this time. Bye-bye.